flashlight and you gotta have your gun. You gotta be so ready every time you open a door that I started getting paranoid, and it was like 4 in the morning, and my dad was like, "What? Turn off the phone." And I was like, "I can't. I gotta get my gun and my flash."
I remember restarting that game like 7 times with you, and I don't know why. And I feel like there's up to like one scene like 20 minutes in, and that's the last thing I remember of that game.
Well, I had to keep showing you the squirrels for a little bit, and then
You got to see him talk to that old lady on the other side of that long table. That crazy whistle song going like louder than he's talking.
yeah. I'm glad you know that game, Dave, because that game is a
Is
wreck.
that a hamburger?
It's so good, but it's so bad.
Is that a hamburger you got there?
Hamburger, no, it's Salisbury steak on a bun.
Oh, okay.
There you
I
go.
like me some Salisbury steak. I finally ran out of meat, so I'm allowed to take meat out of the freezer. So that's how that went. I finally finished tacos recently, and right before Dave offered to make tacos, I already had tacos, so I had that meat too. I ate tacos for like 2 weeks.
You could do worse.
I can't stand tacos right now. That's all I do in my work. Tacos and
Somebody doesn't
burgers.
eat
So
them, so
annoying.
it was me eating all of that. He gave me half, you guys, because no one else showed up. He gave me like half.
I didn't expect anybody to show up to eat all of the crazy taco meat when I made 6 pounds of steak tacos because I was trying to clear my freezer.
I would have gone if I was there. I would have gone and
I
said
just
like, "Where is it?"
I saw the pot and I said, "Oh crap, I'll never eat all this."
This is a lot.
So tempted to just like bring it to Michael's campaign and just be like, everybody have venison tacos.
Hey,
They all probably would have eaten it too. I should have done it.
Yeah.
I'm out of venison now. Maybe next time.
Gotta go get another deer
Yeah.
Ian,
so you can
how's
have.
the how's the D&D room coming up?
It's looking good. We got some
Yeah.
stuff in it now, and unfortunately, with the other group, we have not played in like a month and a half because of people have lives and things. But no, it's looking good,
Live, what's that, bro?
right?
They won't even do like a live action comic.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
Now, can you put cameras in there to stream?
I really need a live action comic, people.
I mean, I work in IT. I'm sure I can figure something out.
Because throughout this year, I might be able to go over there for a couple of days and we can stream one of our sessions. Maybe? Everybody gathered there, playing for the first time, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
You
Yeah,
That would be pretty cool.
I might wind up having you come over here so that I could prep more stuff in my own home. Rather
well,
than
I mean-
try to go get everything ready at Ian's house,
Yeah, I mean,
which I could do. I mean,
I was just asking as an option. I don't know how, you know.
absolutely, dude.
The
We're
whole- the
100%
whole thing-
behind that.
The whole thing is that it would be a pretty cool idea if I end up going over there.
Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. Well, this is episode number 41. This one is called 1 Week.
Finally, I can get on my hit points.
You're nothing and like it.
That's an interesting song choice. Definitely was Bare Naked Ladies for me,
I'm so sorry.
but that's probably obvious.
I should have known.
Last time, Ravi confronted his uncle. His aim, I think, might have been to kill him in the first place, but there were definitely options for him to try to avoid that. But when he reached his uncle in the Demonte villa and saw him threatening his mother, he saw sort of a monstrous figure. Really, sort of a more disgusting villain than some of the other villains we've seen so far. That might have had reasons for some of the things that they were doing. He didn't seem to be very well suited for the position he was in. So Ravi killed him, cut him in half with a magical greatsword, which is a pretty crazy thing to do. And then his allies, the cult of Tenegrael, cleaned up the mess after he left, got rid of his uncle's body and all the assassins that he had hired, and cleared out the house itself of all of its valuables. Afterwards, the group returned to the Temple of Freyr, spoke to Father Gregor about what had just transpired. Father Gregor set to work trying to do his own sort of social covering of the events that transpired, and has attempted to convince citizens in the upper district that Ravi's sister eloped with her fiance, took his uncle and his mother with them, and they left to parts unknown. Father Gregor says that he conducted the ceremony and that everybody will just have to believe him. And that's why there's no one there and none of their belongings are in their house anymore. And then everybody went home, went to bed. So we'll pick up now. Ravi's sister doesn't want him around when his mother wakes up. So he's sort of making himself a little scarce from the Temple of Freyr. They're going to be there for a couple of days before they both disguise themselves and leave town. Father Gregor says he has another place set up with another Freyr follower that will be able to take care of them temporarily until they get themselves settled somewhere else. So I guess the question right now is, the next day, is there anything particular that the rest of this group, Ravi included, Arvastan, who is trying to rest at this point, wants to take care of before you have less than a week at this point before a ship is ready to take you to Mochipa?
Sleep. Take a rest.
I would like to see if Sequus is around. As last time we talked, he said he might be somewhere by the docks. So, kind of every day I'd do a quick walkabout, maybe once in the morning, once in the afternoon, see if he's about. If not, I would go about my day and just do it that way.
So you would walk down to the docks to try to see if you could find him?
Yep.
It wouldn't take more than one day. I mean, the first visit that you would take, would anyone be going with Ravi to check for Sequus, or you just kind of let him go on his own? Okay. The very first time that you go there, you won't see Sequus himself, but you will see his ship is moored in the harbor. He's not docked in a way that someone could board the vessel. But
he has a ship?
He has his own ship. It's one of the larger and more gratuitous ships. It has several masts. What's it? 3 masts, I guess, would be standard, with big sails that are all tied up right now. He hasn't taken off just yet. But when you go there, the ship doesn't approach. There are no rowboats going to or from the ship, bringing people. It doesn't seem to be active for taking up this place in the harbor right now, and you don't see any crew manning it while it's out there in the water.
I'm going to try to find the harbor master we had talked to at the very beginning of the campaign.
I don't remember his voice. Do you mind if you talk to a different one?
That's fine by me. Just a harbor master.
All right. You could find a harbor master, a rotund fellow, a fat guy whose belly sort of sticks out at the bottom of his shirt. His head is shaved, and he wears a bandana over his bald head.
Excuse me, sir. Has anyone come to or fro from that ship? And I will point to Sequish's ship.
It's been a long time. Maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Did you see who departed?
An old feller came up here. Him and his horse. He had me rode him out there to the ship and loaded him up. He told me not to leave the rowboat. Somebody else wenched his horse up onto the ship with him. He climbed the ladder himself. Pretty spry for an old guy like that.
Do I see any smaller rowboats to take a trip out there?
They have several rowboats because there's a lot of different places in this harbor where either the docks would get filled up or there would only be certain lanes for ships of a size like that, and so they'd need to be able to get out to them if necessary. So there are a couple available.
How much to rent a rowboat?
If you don't mind, I'd come with you, stay in the boat, and make sure it makes it back safe.
That's fine by me.
You looking to go now?
If you have time.
All right. And like any good dockhand, he's been messing with rope the whole time. Because I don't really know what they do. I just know they have big ropes all the time and they toss them around doing stuff. So he throws his rope down. He heads over to where the rowboat's tied off to the edge of the dock, and he unties it. He offers you a hand to step into it, since you don't look like a sailor. He's assuming that you're going to have some difficulty, so he's going to treat you like any common person coming through that hasn't been out on the water. And he gets in and starts rowing out to Sequis's ship. He says, so, what's your business with the old feller?
Oh, he's a member of my church.
Church, is it? Never had much use for church myself.
I think a lot of people in recent times kind of haven't, but call it apprentice kind of a thing. I kind of look up to the old guy, if I'm being honest.
Well, I suppose figuratively and literally. The size of his ship, he must be a pretty wealthy individual.
Yeah, can't say I've ever actually been on his boat before. Last time we met, he was coming up to the city via the land route.
Well, that's odd. I don't know why somebody'd be traveling by land when they got a ship like this.
Don't know either.
Do you think he's coming or going?
I think he's preparing to be going.
Are you going with him then?
No, I'm actually bound for Mochipa here pretty shortly.
Oh, I see. Yeah, quite a voyage that. You ever been out on the water that long?
No, sir. Longest I've been out in the water is like a couple days at most.
Yeah. Trip out to Mochipa could take you, 4 to 6 weeks.
Any advice for a landlubber about to make his first voyage?
Bring lemons.
Lemons.
Yeah. Cut 'em up and suck on 'em. Once a day, quarter lemon.
I'll keep that in mind, thanks.
I don't mention it. I've had a lot of friends out on the water. They forget to have their lemons, and they don't make it back to land.
A disease, I assume?
Or something like that. Just make sure if you see him when you're out there, don't let him come back.
I will do my best.
Well, seems we're coming up to the ship there. Say, You have any way to contact this feller and get him to let you on?
I got an idea.
Yeah, all right. Well, whatever your idea is, I suggest you use it.
So I'm going to cast Thermagudgy, but only to use my voice go 3 times as loud as it normally would.
Okay. Yeah, for the uninitiated, that would be thaumaturgy.
Yep.
So you're going to say what very loud?
Anyone aboard?
You'll have a rope ladder gets tossed over. There's no vocal response, but it unwinds the whole way down, and it's long enough that it even just plunges into the water.
I think I got it.
Should I stay here for you? Or, do you want me to head back?
You can head back if you want. I'm sure I'll find a way to come to shore.
All right. Well, you take care of yourself there.
You too. Thanks for the ride.
He said, no problem. He starts turning himself around to row back to the dock. You climb up the rope ladder, make your way up onto the deck of the ship. It's an old ship, but it is very nice. You can tell as you're climbing your way up onto the main deck that you're going past several levels. So there's a lot of different below deck areas. It's not just one big cargo hold. It's sort of split out into different floors even as it goes down. When you get up on top of the deck, Sequus will be there on the deck of the ship. And he'll slowly walk forward towards you with his arms out. He'll say, Ravi, you've come.
I'll shake his hand.
Oh, he's going for the hug.
I'll give him a hug. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He gives you kind of like a limp hug, but he does press himself against you. He'll say, so, you've come to make the trip to Freyr.
No. I just came to talk. I am Mochipa bound. In a few days.
And what is it you hope to find there?
Magic stuffs to help us defend the city. Magite in particular.
I see. And will you be engaging with the Mochipan army?
Not in a hostile way, I hope.
I don't think that army has been on these shores in a non-hostile way for hundreds of years.
Well, with luck, it's going to be more of a bartering thing. We talk to their heads of state. Hopefully, Hazate has something up her sleeve. She's our local diplomat. We'll get the Magite, we'll bring it back, and we'll start getting some magic to fight and turn them. At least that's the plan.
You know, Ravi, if you're making the journey across the sea already, you might as well come to find Freyr with me.
There's talk that we might actually be stopping there afterwards. Something to help try to save Hazote's people.
Something that a god can provide?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what we're looking for. Unfortunately, it's been a bit chaotic the past few days. I haven't had a whole lot of time to talk to the group about it, what exactly the plan is.
I'll caution you, Ravi. If you'll seek aid from Freyr, you'll be disappointed.
That's actually why I'm here. Where does our magic come from?
You'll have to explain your question, Ravi. I sense there's a deeper meaning to it.
So I always thought that it was blessed by Freyr, that Freyr himself was divining magic onto his followers, as were the other gods divining magic onto their followers. But I ran an experiment the other day. I was in the Temple of Tenegriel, and I was able to invoke the Dark Lady's name and cast a spell. And Kiara was able to invoke Freyr's name and cast a spell. And it got me thinking that there's more to this than gods just bestowing favor to their chosen.
I could tell you, Ravi, but my words won't have any more impact than the others you've heard your whole life. It would be better to show you, to see Freyr for yourself.
Like I said, I hope. Well, we plan to go there anyway. Once there, it's might be worth a look. Are the other gods real?
There was never any doubt that they were real. The doubt was in their power. Were they truly omnipotent? Truly gods?
Do you think they are? I mean, Freyr seems to have some human and or folk-like follies, same as the rest of us.
Freyr is little more than a pitiable wretch, trapped in an icy prison.
Then that leads me to my next question. Why are you so eager to see such a lowly man?
Because for all his weakness, Freyr has lived longer than any other.
Are you looking to seek his counsel or seek his power?
Wisdom is power, Ravi.
It's true, but I can't drink wisdom and live 200 years.
Maybe not.
So I ask again, is it his wisdom or his power that you seek?
I asked you once a long time ago if you thought Freyr was right to despair in loneliness once he gained eternal life. I have my own answer to that question. I think he was wrong. Wrong to sit up there in that cave and weep over his fallen comrades when they sacrificed so much to help him gain that gift. I think he's unworthy.
Okay. Do you think it's power you can take from him?
I think Freyr's power is imperfect. I think we can learn from him. I think we can do better. You and I, Ravi.
And what is it you would do with his power?
I would bring life to the world.
I'm going to roll an insight check.
Sure. What exactly are we trying to determine with the insight check?
I am trying to determine if he's telling the truth, if he really means to bring life to the world, or if he's meaning to be the ruler of life in the world.
Okay.
And that is a 23.
There isn't a lie there. He believes what he's saying. Is being purposely vague about what bringing life to the world means. And it's even more so than him being vague about exactly what he's saying, but it's really hard to understand what his plan would be anyway.
And out of curiosity, your power exceeds mine tenfold, 100-fold. Why bring me along?
You're special, Ravi. There's something in your eyes, I think. It's memory.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time with me here. I find myself having a lot of questions, especially since we last talked. And the things I admit I don't even bring to Father Gregor. But you seem to have a slightly different understanding of the world.
Father Gregor is a kind man, but kindness is naivete.
I don't know if I entirely agree, but it can be blinding at times. I can agree to that.
We'll see where his kindness lands him.
Well, where it lands him, I don't know. I suspect it'll be into the grave along with most people, but I think the people you help out along the way carry your name, whether they invoke it or not.
Well spoken. I hope to see you in Taufel, Ravi.
Me too. I hope that we get the chance to see if maybe there's reasoning with Freyr, and if there's not, then some way to invoke him to do what the tenants say it's supposed to do.
We'll be able to do it together, I think.
I hope so. But I need to be getting back. Like I said, I've got to prepare for a journey to a swamp desert thing. I don't know. I've never been to one.
All right. I want to see if Sequus might have a spell that could just send you back instead of having to call a boat again. Because he might.
If he doesn't actually had a spell planned for this reason.
He does, but what did you have planned?
I was going to cast Water Walk and just walk back.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to start doing something already, he would have responded if you were like confused and like trying to figure out a way to get back. But if you already had a plan, he'll just let you do what your idea was.
Well, good luck. May your journey be safe. The times are troubled.
Yes. You take care. Also, Ravi. And make sure Arvastan stays healthy.
I'm going to try my best. Although with him, it might be more difficult than with others.
Yes, I suppose he can be. Well, good luck.
May Freyr be with you.
And also with you.
And I will climb down. I will cast Water Walk on myself, and I will start to move.
All right. Kriv and Hajite.
Well, I was gonna go see if Ziella had any luck finding someone who could help us plan before we left.
Okay.
I don't know, I just awkwardly followed Robbie down
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
You guys head in the same direction, so you do a little chat along the way. Hey, man, that was crazy how you killed your uncle.
I hope that was him.
Yeah, that was
Hope that
nuts.
Bartholomew doesn't rat you out.
Doesn't Arvastan look weird with short hair? Yeah, he looks super weird.
Yeah. But which one's weirder, the long hair or the short hair?
Or the beard.
The beard.
For sure, the short hair.
Does he have the goatee now?
I guess we'll find out later on. I don't know.
I'm just gonna assume yes.
But yeah, you'll get to the docks district along with Ravi. He splits from you to go off and view the ship, Sequus's ship. And he starts talking to the harbor master and does his whole thing. But you know where to find Ziella. She keeps a little office in the back room of a tavern. So you head in that direction. There's that big anchor that serves as a sign out front of it. You head inside. When you were last in here, you saw Bumper and Sudsy and Splits over there having a drink with their new companion Lurk the Kobold. And there was also a very drunk Jade at the bar. They're not all here this time. Lurk and Sudsy are not present, but Bumper and Splits are still there. Bumper's sitting close to the door to Ziella's office, and Splits is just having a drink off in the corner.
And where did we leave Jade just as a catch up? Was she just in the house and we peaced out? No, she came with us, didn't she?
She went with you. Brought Arvastan. She was carrying Arvastan all the way back to the temple.
Yeah.
Deposited him there and heard the plan from Father Gregor about how he was going to try to cover up the tracks and make an alibi for everything happening. And then you guys went to sleep, and in the morning she was gone.
And she's not here?
She is not here.
Okay. Just double checking. There's a lot of pieces in play in this city right now. Go up to, I think you said Bumper was just sitting there?
Yeah, Bumper's near the door to what would be Ziella's office. Splits is in another corner.
Hey, Bumper, any chance I could see Ziella?
Hi, Kriv.
Hi.
Thirsty?
Sure.
I can be a bartender. What do you need?
Whatever your favorite thing to make is.
Okay. And then he reaches down into a little tub underneath the bar. He pulls the whole thing out. It's like a big, box that's all sealed up on top. And he says, "Look here, Kriv." And he takes the lid off. He, pries it off. It's kind of like a vacuum sealed on there. And there's ice inside. All just little cubes all in the inside.
Impressive. And way better than what I was expecting.
He gets a big glass. And he runs his hand all in. It's just a big scoop with his big meaty hands. And fills up the glass with a bunch of ice cubes. And then he just pulls the beer out of the tap.
I have expected you to say you just gave me the ice cube.
I call beer on the rocks.
Thank you. This must be an original creation here.
Not a lot of ice, so it's really fun to put your hands in. Put your hands in it, Kriv.
Okay.
All right, yeah, it's cold, and you get lower down in there. I mean, all the ice is melted and refrozen together, so there's like big hard chunks down at the bottom. But on the top, it just you kind of glide through it, and little ice cubes go trickling around your fingers.
Odd. I don't know that I've seen anything like this. They're used to warm and dry these days.
Yeah, till winter, then it's cold.
You're right. You are right, Bumper.
Yeah,
You guys been keeping busy still?
I stay here and watch, uh, and make sure that the bar is okay. But my
It's,
friends go around the docks.
it sounds more fun than that.
Yes.
You sound confused.
I'm confused. What's more
Like,
fun than what?
being in here and having ice and drinks and your friends instead of working hard outside.
Well, Sudsy tells funny jokes, but he's not here.
Sure, he'll have more when he's back. You on an adventure? Yeah, working.
He's got working. Sometimes your friends are working.
Yeah. Then you have a bunch of more stories to tell when you guys get to see each other again.
So I guess I don't have lots of stories. They told me I was sleeping for a long time.
Yeah. But that itself is kind of a weird story, isn't it? I'm sure that's not going to happen again.
They told me. They told me the stories, but I didn't tell it.
But now they told you, so you can tell it to people.
I can.
Yeah. We've told people how you helped us.
Cool. Like ice.
Yep. Gonna take like a really awkward sip of
He's gonna play with the ice.
That's fair. Can I see Ziella? Is anyone in there? Is she here?
He gets focused on playing with ice. He just kind of points at the door.
Go over and like talk a little bit. Call out. Ziella, you in?
What? Which one are you?
Crave?
Kriv? Yeah, come in.
Okay, I'll go in.
Where's everybody else?
I think Robbie's outside somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. And
I thought you guys were kind of like a team. I didn't
so
used
it's
to
been a
seeing you
long
all
time.
together.
It's been a long time since we haven't been in constant contact with each other. Sometimes you need that, you know? It's gonna be a
Yeah,
long time, I think, before we get that chance, so.
yeah, I hear you. Taking a break.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I like my alone time too.
Yeah? We
Yeah,
can make this quick if you want. You said you'd help us by seeing if you knew anyone who has been to Mochipa to give us any advice.
right. So I asked the boys to look around a little bit, and they did find somebody that could tell you a little bit about Mochipa. Not a lot, but better than nothing.
Did I meet this person? Do I have to? I don't want to take up any more of your precious alone time.
Now, here, come on, I'll show you. She'll stand up from behind her desk and step around. She motioned for you to go through the door. She's not going to pass you. You're too big, and the office is too small. So she sends you through the door first, and she follows behind you. And then she says, "Ta-da!"
Is she motioning at anything? If it's Sequus' phone, I'm gonna be upset.
Splits, wake up. Crib's got questions for you.
Yes. Can we keep him? Can we bring him?
If that's all.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Anytime anybody wants to come and talk to me. Nobody, and she just slams the door as she's mumbling stuff.
Someone's in a bad mood. It's been days since we asked her about that. I'm pretty sure, at least. Time's a little wonky right now, but
She's got a lot going on. There's a lot going on outside of you guys.
a lot going on inside our room.
Splits belches. And he says, "So what do you want to know?"
Well, I'm sure you heard a little bit. We're gonna be heading over to Mochipa. Sitting on a boat for a little bit, hoping to be successful diplomats over there. And we don't really know much about the climate over there. We don't really know how jungles work, how to not die in them.
Well, I got a good tip for you. If you don't want to die in the jungle, don't go to the jungle. Come over here. It's much nicer.
Do you have any tips for if you're already like in the jungle though, and you still don't want to die?
Is there anything you want to know specifically? I'm going to have to reach back in my memories a ways. I left when I was 6 years old.
We've been told bugs will be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Way to keep bugs off of you or to be less of a problem.
Well, if you're Omni, there's not really going to be that much of a problem. At least, they don't get through your fur so much. But you ain't got no fur, do you? But your friend does, right? Arvastan, he's covered in fur?
I don't think so.
No?
It's like branches now.
I swear, I could have sworn he was a big, hairy dude. Well, you're going to want something to help protect you. Geez, what were the humans using over there? It's like a paste, something sticky.
Sticky that goes on you?
Yeah, you spread it on. They used to do it all the time. Stinks up to high heaven.
Is that anything you've seen here? Or only saw it back there?
I saw it there, but they had it all over the place.
Okay. You remember any of like the beasts, any of the creatures we might see in the jungle?
It's all kinds of different stuff than you'd see over here. Could tell you that for sure. It's bigger. Everything's bigger there. And more of them.
That sounds bad.
You ever heard of a lightning beast?
Kind of. Do I qualify?
Not like you.
Okay, then probably not. I don't know. We'll
Those will
say
be
no.
fun. I'll let that one surprise you.
Uh, could you not? We've already had so many lightning surprises on this continent where we thought we understood stuff.
Yeah,
You've
well,
seen Arvastan recently, haven't you? All
I
melted.
guess not. He's not all hairy like I thought he was. Um, well, they're big old suckers. Maybe like bigger than a buffalo or a bear. But they're not all covered in hair. They got like thick gray skin.
Hmm. Does sound very odd.
And they move around in herds.
We'll have to keep an eye out for them.
Yep, 1 foot and they'll crush your skull. Even one as big as yours.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
Well, don't
We
get under their feet.
will try. It's. Let's see. Do you have any tips for sailing? I'm not sure if you get on boats too much or if you just work around the docks mostly.
Well, I took a boat to get over here. Worst month of my life. Ah, I get sick on the boats.
Does not sound fun. A month being sick.
Yeah, I go up and down and up and down and left to right, tilt and over. It was like you're spinning in circles the whole time. Here's a tip. Put your head on the end of a fence post and run around it about 10 times. If it makes you barf, you're not going to have a fun trip.
There wasn't anything to help with that?
Not for me, there wasn't.
Hmm.
Maybe if you jump in the water? I don't know.
That's fair. There might be worse stuff in the water, though. I would guess.
Yeah. There's no krakens, though.
That's good. Do you think we could handle anything we come across? You've seen us.
I
We've
don't
gotten
know. You guys do kinds of crazy
stronger.
stuff. Stronger
Yeah.
than even when you were in the sewers?
I sure hope so. It feels like it.
I feel like you could probably take anything I could. And I've made the trip when I was a little kid.
Yeah, you said you were 6, right? This should be easy.
Yeah, I mean, traders come back and forth all the time.
Did you? This might be my last question here for you. I won't take up too much of your leisure time here. Um, I know you said you were 6. Did you, by chance, know any how people got through the jungle easily? Was it like the same as like getting through the woods here? Were there kind of tricks or just paths or?
Well, there are main paths people use to get from place to place. And there's always taking the rivers. Same as they do around here. Safest and easiest way. Also the fastest. If you got to go through the underbrush, you're probably not going to get to where you want to be.
Hmm. Okay.
But I don't know. You could shoot lightning and stuff out of your mouth.
Sounds like they might be able to over there too.
Yeah, probably.
It might be all my questions. I can't imagine I know I can't remember much from when I was 6, but I can't imagine you knew you would have any tips for us for meeting with the leader over there or any cultural advice.
Well, you've talked to more heads of state than I have.
We did.
Ziella's not a good example, so whatever you do when you're talking to her, don't do that.
Okay.
Think,
There should.
just hoity-toity folks, you know?
Okay.
Make them feel important.
It'd be pretty unfortunate if we got all the way over there and then said the wrong thing and then they immediately attacked us. You never know what people find insulting in other cultures sometimes.
Well, they're not going to want to talk to you anyway. They're going to talk to your friend, you know, the
Yeah.
chatterbox. So it's not really your problem. You're the muscle like me.
Just becomes my problem if they attack us.
Yeah,
That's all.
then you know exactly what to do.
Then it becomes all of our problem, though, because we're trying to get help. Since everyone here is under attack, apparently, from every direction now, I guess. It feels like.
Maybe just take a step back for a second. You seem pretty stressed.
It's been a stressful, few months now?
I know they're asking a lot out of you, but you're just one person. You can't carry the whole weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah. There are 4 of us. I'm glad I have my friends, and we have even more friends like you guys. I don't know if you consider us friends, but I know we think of you as friends.
Yeah, close enough. I kind of get where you're going with there. Sort of allied acquaintances to some degree. We're pulling our own weight.
Well, I thank you for helping us out here. That's all new information to me. We're going over there blind, pretty much. Is there anything I can help you with?
Give me some ice, I guess. Preferably some that Bumper hasn't touched. His hands are always sticky. I don't know where he's getting it from, but I don't want it going in my drink.
Sure.
Take some ice for yourself, too. You're not going to get a chance to cool down once you get over to Mochipa.
That's fair.
Unless you got some kind of ice magic or something.
I don't know. Gotta rest, I think, a little bit. You're right. We gotta rest up and really, really think about our plan here. Now that we have the chance to.
That sounds good to me.
I'll get you your ice. Is it? Do you mind if I just sit here for a few minutes, take some of that quiet time?
Yeah, it's no problem. Finish your drink.
Okay. I'll get him ice. Just go sit awkwardly at the end of the bar or something.
All right. Crib's going to drink at the bar
Take a minute.
in the Docks District. Hajite, what are you up to?
Well, firstly, I wanted to go pick up my bird.
You've got armor for your bird now.
I sure am holding it, yeah.
All right.
I'm not
So-
sure if I could get it on her, but I own some.
Just a quick jog up through the upper district into the palace district. You know, the palace guards up there are keeping your bird in the stables outside of the big building. They've been having some trouble, but they seem to have gotten a little bit better by kowtowing to Shell as much as possible, giving her everything she wants. So she's sort of, when you arrive, she's kind of being pampered. She's got pillows in her stall with her. They bring several different choices of meats to eat. And she'll sort of turn her nose up and lift a feathery wing and
Wow.
brush that one aside. Um, it's prime rib today. She'll take
I've
it and
never
guzzle
tried
it
that
down. Some of the guards have like scratch marks on their faces,
Oh,
and maybe some other places that you can't quite
Ah.
see.
they're being so good to her. Come on. Ah. All right.
When you show up, I'm gonna have her make a perception check.
Oh,
She doesn't notice you approach.
she's making one.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Um. Oh well. I guess sneaking in wouldn't be a great idea if she didn't notice I was there. So I guess let's walk on in.
You step into the stables. As soon as Shell notices that you're there, she's gonna stand up and do kind of like a shake. One of those nice animal shakes that starts at the head and just kind of wiggles down in like a wave wiggle, shake out a lot of straw and hay, and just kind of get presentable, preen a little bit,
Oh,
and then she strides forward, as if to say, "Okay, let's go."
wow, sick. I thought she'd fall in love with the place, I guess, if they're decorating it for her. All right, Shell, let's go then. I am gonna take her outside, but then I'm gonna try and like stop her so that I can at least we'll do this.
She's
And
definitely walked past you at this point.
I'm gonna try and stop her then.
Outside. Okay. What do you want to
Deliberately.
do to attempt to stop her?
I'm gonna pull out the lamb. Let's do that.
Okay.
And this is how Hashute lost an arm.
Not yet.
She'll smell it. And she takes a few more steps, but kind of turns her head around on her long neck and looks at you while she's walking in the other direction. And then she'll stop.
All right. I am gonna give her a piece. I'm not gonna give her the whole thing, but I will take a large chunk off of it, I guess, and hold it out to her. But I'm gonna make it real confident looking. We're good.
Sure. So the large chunk that you've taken off is um, smaller than the rest of it.
Uh, yeah.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Okie dokie. I don't like these. These are scary. These are limb risking. Oh, there. Not too many dice going on. Well, all right. I got an 8.
Okay. She's going for your other hand. That has the bigger piece.
Oh, come on, come on. It's the little one? The little one.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm gonna hand her the bigger piece.
She'll take it. She tosses it up in the air and catches it again, and then just let it slide right down her throat.
Ooh, spicy. And I'm gonna take out the armor and I'm just gonna set it in front of her as an introduction to the armor.
Her eyes go wide, looking down at it, and then the brows kind of dip a little bit to look back at you.
You wear it. You put it on. It's for you to keep you safe. I'm talking to a bird that doesn't understand me.
She'll bite it, piece of it, and try to do the same move. She toss it up in the air, and
No,
then
no, no.
pop. And
Oh no!
she starts kind of like panicking.
Oh no! And animal Heimlich.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah, animal Heimlich.
She's fluttering. She's got a piece of armor stuck in her throat.
What is it? What's medicine? That's fine. I got 17.
All right, so an animal Heimlich is basically punching her in the chest
No.
to try to get some air forced out of her lungs so she can cough that piece up. Doesn't go on the first one. Doesn't go on the second one. On the fifth punch,
Oh
she'll spit it out. It'll have saliva all over half of it and dripping off into the grass.
no! Okay.
She gets very tired from choking and sits
A
down.
long time. That's a
Sort of
long
lay
time.
in the grass and just kind of breathe for a minute.
Aw. Can I pet her? I want to pet her. Really slowly, but I do want to pet her.
Okay. Give me another animal handling check.
Okay. $14.
All right. She accepts your pets. Because she's too tired right now, at least at the moment, to really do anything to counter them anyway.
Well, is she in an optimal position for me to try and put it on her?
It's better than any other position you're going to get.
Right. She's also tired, so she might not fight me. Okay, I want to put it on her.
Okay. Several pieces. Are you going to go for something big first, or are you going to try a small and work your way up?
Oh, big.
Okay. So we're going for like the bodice area.
Yeah.
Um,
But I'm gonna be real nice about it though. Smooth down feather.
Yeah.
Foot.
So stroke and prepare, and then lift over this big piece of armor, put it onto Shell's back. There's like a miniature saddle curve built into it.
That's not gonna be used.
Then you strap her in. It's like cords around the belly part. So you gotta kind of lift her up just a little bit. She's begrudgingly shifts as you try to move, just inches by inches, and it's a lot of work. Eventually, once you've got it all the way around, and you need to tie like underneath where she's definitely laying on. She just kind of roll over onto her side, kick a big foot up in the air. So you've got Shell's foot, which is probably twice as big as your head, as right next to your head as you're tying those little last leather straps in. When she takes it, and as soon as you've finished tying that largest piece on, she stands up and starts kind of running around.
Okay. Do you like that? Do you want me to stop? I don't have to give you any more, and then I'm gonna like hold up the piece, but like away from her. One of the smaller pieces. And be like this, and like mildly hand model it, I guess. Just like, see this thing? This goes, I guess insert limb here. I'm not sure what one I'm holding. So, I don't know. Shoulder. I don't know.
This
I want
just
bird
goes
armor.
up on your
What kind of
wing, I guess, some part.
This is a, I don't know. If anything's a helmet, it's not going on.
Yeah, she'll run over to you. You start showing it off, and excitedly squawk in your face and flap her wings.
All right, okay. Well, at least she likes it, maybe. Uh, okay, I'm gonna put it on, but you need to chill. Can you chill?
She makes a motion as if to suggest that she may chill.
Okay. It's good enough for me. We'll try and put on, I don't know, medium? I'm not sure. Bird armor.
Okay.
Another piece.
I'm not exactly sure what bird armor looks like either, so we're figuring it out as we go.
Not sure if she's got a wing thing going. I don't know. She doesn't fly. It's
She put on another piece of armor. You could slowly work your way piece by piece. She seems interested in having the armor placed on her. Once you've got everything but this sort of like helm type piece,
oh,
that's what you've got last.
yeah.
She'll start to pose for you a little bit. Let me make a performance check. Shell. Okay, she's got. Double check what her stats are. Ooh, yeah, that's a -3 on charisma. So, but that's a 10 on performance for posing.
Oh.
So she's trying to show off how cool she is and how tough she looks.
So cool. So tough. Good job. Yay!
Yeah, she's getting really excited and like really into like these cool poses, real action packed. And then she's gonna kick you.
It was going so well.
It's a 14 to hit, which should hit you.
Is she doing it in a way where she was posing so violently?
It's just like, look at
It's
these
like,
cool poses I'm doing. Like, why am I just posing? If I really want to show it off, I gotta hit something.
Okay.
Okay. It's not bad. 4 points of slashing damage. The talons sort of scrape you, and it sends you back probably about 2 or 3 feet. And then she does like a finishing pose.
Hashirte's just gonna look real tired. Alright, okay. You finished it. Alright. We'll give her the other half of the lamb and then start heading back.
All right. She's very happy to go with you. Did you have any plan to take the horse with you at the same time, or do we want to leave him there?
That's risky business. Alright. Yeah,
I mean, you still got, at least Arvastan's got the rest of his week that he's got to be resting for.
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking good care of the horse. We will come back before we leave.
Ghost is easy. Ghost is like the most horse of a horse that ever horsed around. So
Very horse. Got it. We don't have armor for Ghost, do we?
not for Ghost, no.
Interesting.
And he's a draft horse, so he's like a big, burly, stocky horse.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep him here for safety reasons and pick him up on the way out, I guess. He's coming with on the boat,
Okay.
but other than that, yeah, I can't care for a horse right now. I'm very busy.
All right. Arvastan.
I just want to mention that at some
Yes.
point we do want to stop and make sure we pick up those items we purchased.
Absolutely. Let's cut to
Doesn't have to
Arvastan real quick. We've got a little bit of time to pick up our new equipment. Arvstan, you are resting in the Temple of Freyr.
Yep.
During that time, you will be present when there is a knock on the temple door. You're upstairs, so you kind of have a view of that area, but you're not really anywhere near it. You'll see Father Gregor shuffle over to answer it. And he'll open the door. You'll see a guard from the palace standing on the other side of the door. He'll say, is this the lodging for Travali Demanti? And Father Gregor will say, he's not present right now. And then the guard will say, are you Father Gregor? And he'll say, yes, that's my name. And then the guard will place a scroll in his hand and say, you've been served. And walk away. And he's too far away for you to see what's written on the scroll, but you can see he takes a little ribbon off, unfurls it, and he reads over it, and he retires. He takes himself back across the temple, and he goes into his little chamber to sort of ruminate on that.
While he's walking, I ask, "What happened, Father Gregor?" Like screaming at him, I'm trying to like catch his attention and see if he talks to me of what just happened.
He'll say, I'm being called before the council.
Why is that? What happened? What does the scroll say?
Ravi's in trouble.
He's in trouble? Why?
Yeah. His uncle was not a good man.
Okay. So.
Arvastan, I can't. You keep yelling like this. My voice will go.
Okay. Can you come up over here?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
I also don't want to yell all our business to all the other people in the temple. I don't think Ravi would appreciate it.
I hear you.
Yeah, because he's being called to court also. I'm on my way. I'll tell you the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
I was about to say, stop screaming and just come over.
It takes him a minute to get up to you, Arvastan. And he'll say, well, I think they've bought the story that Aaron Demanti has fled the city with his daughter. But that means that Ravi's the head of House Demanti now.
But what would happen if Ravi doesn't want to accept it? Like, if he doesn't want to stay here?
Well, it's not up to Ravi to accept or not. It's a bloodline. And taking over the house means taking over all of the Demanti debts.
Yeah, but we didn't take over anything.
He doesn't get a choice in this matter, Arvastan.
But, so what if he just decides to leave? Like, quote unquote, his uncle and sister and mother.
Well, they left, but there could have been an argument made that Ravi had a stronger claim to the family name.
What if you explained them that they left on their own will and Ravi had nothing to do with it?
I've already told them that. But because they're gone and Ravi's remained in the city, he is in charge of the affairs of the house. Seems Aaron had a plan to secure some money from young Bartholomew to help pay Demanti's debts. And now, since the wedding is off, none of that money's come through.
Now, you say a debt. What type of, or what amount of debt that we're talking about here? Do you have any idea?
I'm sure we'll find out in court.
When did they ask Robbie to be there?
You just saw this. They're calling for him here.
Yeah, I know, but when are they expecting him to show up
We
to
have a
court?
couple days before our court date.
Okay. And I heard that the guard said that you got served. Why is this implying you as well?
Uh, I'm something of Ravi's benefactor. If they can't get blood from a stone, so to speak, they'll go for wherever they can.
So you're telling me, for example, if Robbie doesn't accept and just leave, all that debt is gonna fall onto you because you're his benefactor?
Someone will have to pay. If Ravi can't, it'll have to be me.
I don't see that fair at all.
Well, that's money for you.
I wonder if with the people that we talk and everything like that can help with something like this.
I think we can handle it, Arvastan. I'm no stranger to money troubles. I'm sure
I know.
whatever Aaron owed to whichever people is something that we can take care of.
Yeah, but it's kind of unfair that they mix you up in all this problem as well.
It's my pleasure to get mixed up in problems that aren't mine, Arvastan.
Uh, okay.
I'm here to help.
I know you're here to help, and I appreciate it a lot. You've been helping me a lot, but this is different kind of trouble that shouldn't involve you no matter what, you know?
I won't wash my hands of Ravi. If he needs me, I'll step forward.
Totally understandable. Do you have any way to communicate with Robbie?
He'll be back eventually.
Yeah, I guess so. Alright, I guess all we have to do is just wait for him to show up and see what happens.
Okay. So we've had an eventful day. We've talked to the people that we need to speak with. Since we need to pick up that new equipment before we head off to Mochipa, we might as well have that occur before we rejoin everyone. So either Kriv or Ravi, or probably both, they'll probably meet up again before heading back to the Temple District. We'll head over to the armorers and pick up some of that new stuff that you guys ordered to have your outfits updated. There's new stuff for Arvastan. Ravi's wearing most of the new stuff already. He found it in Tarsaria. But Hajate and Kriv have also given themselves a new look. And I have those new looks for you to see now.
Ooh!
Whoa.
Yeah!
I like it. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It's so cool.
Nice.
Everybody's turning out with a slightly updated outfit.
Yes.
Not huge changes, but just enough to show that we've made some progress in our character arcs, I guess.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I love it.
And we can put those just right on everybody's little frames.
Ooh!
Yay!
Whoa.
Yes.
I'm gonna just stare at this now for the rest of the game. I'm done.
I'll pop it back so we don't get ourselves too
Ah!
distracted.
See how this is.
Nice. That's so cool.
Look at them, they're little.
But eventually, once everybody does get back to the temple district and you can kind of reconvene, then Father Gregor can pass some of that information to Ravi that someone came serving papers. Now, legally, they have not served you yet, Ravi. So if you kind of try to dodge them for the next couple days, they won't be able to legally force you to appear before the council. But they did get Father Gregor already, so he definitely has to go.
Does it say how much?
It will on yours, but Father Gregor didn't get your papers.
Well, it appears I'm out of the frying pan and into the fire, I guess. Oh, this is actually way better than having assassins come after me, so I guess this is a win for us team.
Dodge the law. Dodge the law.
I mean, I would like to just hide out for a couple of days, but I can't do that to Father Gregor.
Okay. So, at some point in the next couple of days, the guard will return with papers for Ravi. You're expecting them now, so when you go to the door, he'll serve them to you point blank. It will say that you are now considered the head of the Damonti family. You are being required to come appear before the council and officially subsume all of Aaron Damonti's debts to various different members and families in the upper district. And altogether they come to a grand total of 200,000 gold pieces.
Well, guys, I am never paying this back.
Yeah, I can't afford to help you, so.
I mean, if we took all of the money we have made so far and times it by 10, we would almost be halfway there.
That's insane. Why do you have to carry with all this that?
I mean, I'm gonna, I don't know, say that I haven't been part of the Damonti family for a long time. Maybe I'll say that seeing how they eloped, they're still technically married. I don't know.
Huh. I mean, dude, if you haven't been, like, why do they even consider you as a Damonte now that you appear and not before?
Because nobles are stupid and greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Boy, I sure hate rich people.
So you're gonna have to go over there and talk with them or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to appear before the council, and they're gonna be like, "You owe us $1 bajillion," and I'll be like, "Here is 3."
Where do you get off giving them 3 gold?
They know you're about to leave again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like,
right.
what?
They could just send him a bill. That's why I asked him to come and appear before the council, because he has
Yeah, they want to set up a payment plan.
some sort of diplomatic obligation already.
Just tell them if they pull this crap on you, you're not going.
But make
Hey,
it there and back
might-
without dying, you're even.
that might be the best idea ever.
You good over there?
I mean, if all else fails, that's the plan.
We just convinced them to let us go.
Yep.
I think the way I'm going to play it is that during the council meeting, they made very specifically clear that I was not a Demonte in their eyes.
Yeah, they sure
So
did.
now, all of a sudden, I am a Demonte when there's money to be had is bullshit.
Wow, okay. Really sticking to the man. This is bullshit. That's how you should walk in the room.
All right. So, Ravi, only you and Father Gregor are being asked to appear before the council. Yeah, but if other people want to come, you can have legal counsel
I love confrontation.
if you would prefer.
Staying behind him, looking all big.
Yeah, they're all welcome to come. I'm not going to tell them not to. But,
Arvastan might want to rest.
Arvastan, you
Oh,
can
no,
rest. He's the one person I would specifically tell him to stay home.
But Dad.
I will never strap you to that bed. Leave your ass there.
But Mom, come on.
Oh no.
Over Luna, it's okay.
Where's Crib, the cool uncle? That's not fair. I don't want to be mom.
It's too late. You've been elected.
You're our leader, so that's your problem.
Not elected.
All right. Is there any preparation you want to do before meeting the council?
Actually, I do. I want to see if there's a library and look up some of, like, I want to try to go in, like, Karenia's old laws and that kind of stuff. Something similar, like, hey, if you were either A, legally dead, you cannot assume debts. Because my guess is I probably was legally dead for some time. Or, if you have not assumed a certain name for X amount of years, if that escapes kind of legal counsel, if you've revoked your rights to something.
Yeah, he's lawyering up.
So in this case, specifically because I went into the church, if I then revoked my family name.
Is anyone going to go with Ravi to do legal research?
No. That's not I wanted to fight.
I can try to help. I don't know literally any way I could help, but...
I mean, if you can just read, I think that helps. Like, I guess there's a lot of stuff here.
I can read. Take notes, maybe?
Both of those are fantastic.
With citations in MLA format.
Okay. So Kriv and Ravi will head out to try to research ancient laws of Karenia and see if there is some loophole that will get them out from Ravi having to pay this debt. I will need from both of you 2 checks: history and investigation.
I was doing it in order of what you said, which is history, so 22.
That's good history.
Investigation? Uh-oh. 6 minus 1. 5.
Alright, mine's about the opposite. For history, I got 13, but for investigation, I got 21.
Okay, so that's why it pays to work together.
Yeah.
Kriv and Ravi poring over old tomes, going through old scrolls, looking through parchment after parchment after document, opening books, closing them, stacking them up. Big montage section as they go past the librarian over and over, late into the night, looking for whatever you can find to get a way out of paying this debt. Let's see, what could you find that might get you out of there?
I imagine they have a section for that in the library. It's just like, you two? Well, here's the book.
I'll tell you what you find. It's a long shot. It's going to take some convincing to get it to work. but there is an ancient statute that precludes clergymen from taxation, essentially. So there's kind of two ways that you could spin this. You could claim that Ravi himself is a clergyman, as a cleric of Freyr, and thus he is immune to taxation. Now, this isn't necessarily paying taxes, because these are payments that have to be made to other noble families, but you could argue on the point of it being a government mandated payment, that it could be ruled as a sort of taxation and maybe get your way out of it that way. Or you could rescind yourself on the debt, Ravi, say, I don't have any money, there's no way I'll be able to pay it, which would fork over the responsibility to Father Gregor, who most certainly is a clergy person, and then try to use the statute to protect him instead, and say that there's no reason he should be able to pay taxes because he needs those funds for the church. The major roadblock in your way is the expedition that found Freyr and proved that he's not a god. Makes it so that clergymen aren't necessarily recognized by the state anymore. So, in a sort of evolution of Ravi's crisis of faith, he almost has to prove that God is real in order to get out of this debt. Or at least that the religion is real.
Interesting. I will explain to, well, first, Kriv, thank you so much for this. I know it's been a long night. I don't know if this is gonna save my ass, but it's better than nothing, so thank you.
Of course. I wish we could show them what you guys have been doing at the temple, helping all those just people upon people right now. When they were up there in the Palace District doing nothing.
Like I said, I dislike the nobles, because this is their concern.
Yeah. We'll figure something out. We have so far. Kind of.
All right, Kriv, this is going to make you legal counsel.
Oh, no.
So you're the one with the knowledge of this historical statute, so you're going to have to speak up in the council meeting in defense of Ravi.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we took notes on everything.
I will ask Father Gregor, would it be possible to try to leverage the building as a show of good faith? That say, hey, as I have entered the thing of clergymen and therefore have no legal claim to the building that was obviously then given to the church, we will give back the estate. Obviously, you can't give back stuff that my former family took and where they've done with it, but we can say here is, the mansion.
Well, you'd most certainly have to give up the name also.
A name's just a name. When I first picked Ravi, it was because of a book, so...
Well, I didn't think that would be a problem for you, so... As long as you're willing to do that, are you certain they'll accept you as a clergyman?
Oh, I have no idea. The alternative is, I can say that I just don't have any money, and then the debt would fall to you, and you are a clergyman, and that cannot be denied. The problem is we have to prove that the expedition of Freyr is either wrong, and that Freyr is a god, or something like that. Which, right now, my only plan is with magic. Um, say that, and then put the burden back on them, that if they say my powers are not divine, that they have to prove where they come from.
That could work. But Ravi is generally accepted, and I don't know if I've ever said this, but I believe also that they found Freyr, and that he was just a man.
The way I plan on trying to spin it is that he takes on a human form, um, but is still omnipotent himself.
All right. Afraid I'm not much good at legalese. I was planning to sacrifice myself, in a manner of speaking, if it was necessary. But if your plan works, I suppose it won't be.
It's not a good plan, but it's the only plan.
Well, at least you've chosen good counsel, young Kriv here. I'll give you a wink, Kriv. A little old man wink.
Happy to have your confidence.
Well, whenever you're ready, I suppose we should face the music.
Ready as I'm ever going to be.
All right. So once more, making the journey from the Temple of Freyr to the council chambers in the Palace District. You'll approach again to a full council chamber, all 5 members. Ziella seems frustrated to be there, which is understandable because she kind of likes you guys, and it's annoying that you're getting in trouble with stuff all the time. And Talon, who has recomposed himself since the last time you saw him, is head of the council and will usher you in. He'll say, "Court is now in session. Council of Corenia presiding. This is the case of Travali Demonti and the debt owed to various families of the noble district. The charge against you, Travali, is a debt totaling no less than 200,000 gold pieces owed to various members of the noble district, subsumed by your predecessor, Aaron Demonti, former head of the Demonti family, who has fled the capital, leaving you as his sole heir, taking over his holdings, his fortune, and all of his debts. How do you plead?"
Not guilty.
Very well, you may make your case.
I'll look at Kriv and kind of let them go first to explain the historical side of it, and then I will back everything up.
I'll jump in with my fictional citation of this book we found in the library, which if I could take it out, I would bring it. I don't know if that's a thing here, but I'll pretend I did it regardless.
Yeah, why not?
We have very, very old laws here that state that clergymen are exempt from taxation, and this is just another form of government mandated money collection that's unrelated to anything Ravi here has done himself, which you could easily equate to taxation. And his work and Father Gregor's work, who I know is vaguely tied with this as well, is undeniably the work of the clergy, regardless of what you might say about Freyr. All you have to do is look at the temple district right now and see how many people there are being helped and fed and sheltered and healed in the name of Freyr. That that right there is faithful work regardless.
All right, give us a persuasion check.
We're gonna use that nat 20 die.
Hey,
Persuasion.
can I throw bardic inspiration at them?
Yeah, go real quick.
I go like this.
Wait, that's a D8, right?
Yeah, you add a D8 to the roll.
You're just like, yeah!
Yeah, do the thing.
Okay. These are good freaking dice. Okay, that is a +0, but it's still a 24.
Okay. So Kriv makes a good argument before the council. Robbie's a clergyman. Clergymen shouldn't have to pay taxes or any government mandated fees, especially not ones that are for a family that he is no longer a part of. All right. So Talon will say, you make a good argument, Kriv. I've thought on the matter myself. Many of the same points that you've just made. The question arises on whether or not there is any clergyman anymore. This religion following a Freyr is really nothing more than a couple of, and pardon my language, but deluded men in the temple district who are running a non-profit charity. Two people don't make a religion. We've got no evidence to suggest that any of those people that they're helping are also worshippers of Freyr, or that they're spreading anything, bringing any other people to the faith or making any conversions. We don't know what sort of rituals they practice, or anything about the tenets of their faith. I don't deny that Father Gregor is a pillar of the community, a stand-up person, and a very helpful citizen. But whether we would call him a clergyman of a God that we all know doesn't exist, I'm not entirely convinced.
So, as everyone here knows, I can perform magic. I would say that the magic is divined upon me by Freyr. You would probably say that I'm just invoking magic, but not of Freyr. So, I say we put it to a test. You bring your finest wizards here. I will cast a spell. If they can cast the same spell, then it would prove that it is in fact not divine right. It's just magic. If they cannot copy the spell that I'm casting, then my magic must come from a different place.
Well, I can't say exactly what point it'll make, but I'll allow it. They'll have to take a brief recess to find a wizard. That's okay with you.
On standby.
Renfelt Clayfoy, who is the council member representing the upper district, that snooty woman, the noble woman, will bring in a wizard. Wizard's name is Christopher with a K.
Of course it is.
He's kind of like he's got a look kind of like a stage magician. He's got slicked back black hair, and a pointy goatee with a thinly trimmed mustache. And he is known in the upper district as a somewhat skilled abjuration wizard. And he's often hired by certain members of the nobles to cast spells in their homes to help defend them against burglaries. He does a lot of arcane locks, glyphs of warding, and alarm spells are his signatures.
Nice to meet you.
And you?
So I am going to call forth Freyr's guardians to protect me. I do warn you that if you attack me, they will attack you back. I do not think that you will. Just for everybody's protection here, the spell can cause harm.
Obvious.
And I'm going to cast the spell Spirit Guardians, which is going to create angelic figures surrounding me,
Nice.
and what would be protect me if something should happen.
All right, what do your angelic figures look like?
I would actually have them look. One of them would look as close to Freyr as my mind can picture him to be. I don't know how many you're supposed to get. It doesn't specify exactly what they look like, except for the fact that they look angelic. So it's him, and then just a couple of other random angelic-looking people.
Sure.
Like Arvastan, you know.
Yeah, pretty like Arvastan. All swirling around you. All right. And so the challenge is to Christopher to cast Spirit Guardians.
Yep.
All right, we know he can.
Yep.
He's a wizard. He studied magic. He's flipping through his spell book. He says, I'm not familiar with the spell. Seems like something of a parlor trick. Don't usually go for these sort of summoning of spirits. Doesn't necessarily mean I couldn't cast it without some research.
How long would you need?
If you could simply copy down the incantation and the proper hand gestures into my spell book, I could most certainly replicate it.
There's no writing involved. I take the holy pendant of Freyr. I bestow it upon my hand, and I say, Freyr, lend me your strongest guardians to protect me in my time of need. And they appear. That's all.
It's just some base magic. Really quite simple stuff. Very below my expertise.
Oh yeah, totally. Do it.
I am not familiar with the spell.
Well, I think the burden of proof falls on you to prove that it is not divine, as they look divine, and at the very least, there needs to be a stay of debt until your wizard here can either prove that it is in fact a parliamentary trick, or it is divine magic, which is what it is.
Have the criminal bring forth his spellcasting focus.
I will take off my thing, which I believe would end the spell. I'm not sure. It's a concentration spell. I don't know if I have to be holding the pendant to do so.
We'll just say that you stop concentrating on it once you're handing over your spellcasting focus.
Yep.
He'll hold it up. He'll examine it, get it really close to his eyes, and look deep in. He'll say, see here, members of the council. The culprit's spellcasting focus contains a piece of magite, necessary for all magical incantations. Different sorts of magite have different properties. It's possible that he has just a specific kind. that is designed for this sort of conjuration that he's just performed.
Then cast it yourself. You have the device.
I see. Well, if every wizard could cast every spell, there'd be no need for any more than one, wouldn't there?
Yes, but you say that this is a parliamentary trick, something that is far beneath you, so it should be easy.
No, actually, that doesn't make a lick of sense.
Talon will say, I think we've heard enough from the wizard. You can go now. Please give Travali Demonti back his pendant.
The name is Ravi, sir, but thank you.
Ravi, right. Well, I think I've heard enough here. I'm ready to make a ruling. Travali Demonti or Ravi Storm, whichever name you prefer. I haven't seen sufficient evidence to prove the right to claim yourself as clergyman and subsume all this debt that's been accrued by your family over the past few years. But I have seen enough to warrant seeing more. Council will give you 1 year to bring some evidence that there is worth to your religion. If you can do so, your debt will be forgiven. In the meantime, the council will seize all Demonti holdings and liquidize them to whatever end to pay off as much debt as possible. And we're going to freeze any income that you might receive.
I do have one question, if I could.
Go ahead.
You said in your early statement that it was Aaron's will that things were left to me. May I see the will that puts my name as heir?
It's no indication in Aaron's will. He has not passed away. This is simply a matter of, well, I'll let Renfeld speak for me. And the council member from the upper district will say, well, I recognized you once you first came into these chambers as that forgotten wretch Travali Demonti. I thought something like this might happen as soon as you came back into the city. Might be some changing of hands.
So, your claim is that he has run away from the debt, but hasn't died, so he still owns the debt, but because I happen just to be in the city, the debt is assumed to me?
That is our claim.
So, then if I were to leave the city, the debt would just disappear?
Upon your return, the debt would need to be paid.
And if he returned, the debt would need to be paid?
Absolutely.
And of the husband of my sister, he also assumes no debt, no higher claim to the throne, as you say that I am the wretch from former nobility?
Your sister is married into his family.
Interesting. Alright, well, maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't.
Just to be clear, Ravi, the will of the council is that you are free to go.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We still have you marked for a diplomatic mission to Mochipa. There may be time to reevaluate this case in the coming year if such evidence is provided. I'll be speaking with Father Gregor after our session is completed. He may have more to say on this topic.
Okay.
All right. So I've spoken the will of the council. We'll see you in a year. You're dismissed.
I'll just nod and walk out.
All right. Kriv and Ajite, I assume you're leaving also?
Yeah.
Super slowly.
Wait. I would like to go back in if I actually walked out.
Sure. Head back in.
Did they like adjourn and straight leave?
They're milling about. Nobody darted out. Ziella probably stood up to leave already, but if you step back in, she'll sit back down.
No, I'd like to specifically talk to Talon slightly informally, hopefully, not like, hello everyone.
Do you want to like call him over? Say, can I have a word with you?
Yes.
Okay, because you're the leader of a diplomatic company. That gives you some importance in matters of state. You could talk to the head of the council and say, yes, what is it?
Is there anyone we would be able to speak to for more assistance on our preparation to our journey to Mochipa?
Mochipa.
Have you been there? You've had friends foreignly.
I was a diplomat to Tarsaria. Most of my international relations have dealt with that country.
Right.
So I'm primarily continental. I may be able to get a contact for you once you reach the continent.
That would be very much appreciated. If there's any information we'd actually be able to get on the cultures over there to ensure we're not doing anything untoward.
I'll arrange for someone in the port city to help guide you, at least to start. You'll probably need someone to take you to the capital anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I could arrange for that person to help fill you in on some of the local customs, prevent you from making any bad impression for Karenia.
Yes, I wouldn't want to do any social faux pas while I was there, of course.
I'll draw up a notice and send it with you. And just deliver it to the docks master when you arrive, and they'll contact someone that could help you.
Wonderful. Did you have any information you wanted to share with this other nation that I'd be able to deliver for you personally?
I will have a notice for that as well. I'll deliver it to you before you leave.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
Absolutely. This business with Ravi is a personal matter for him. I hope it does not influence your expedition.
Of course not.
Very well. Safe travels.
Stay safe here.
And Hajite, you get a little psst, psst, psst
Yes.
from Peakrid.
Yep, There it is. I was gonna say I wanted to look at it really, really good before we left, just like really obviously squinting at her.
Okay. Let's go over there. Hello, Picrid.
Can we walk and talk?
Sure.
She'll
mind
lead
if
you
we-
out of the council chamber.
Go with my group.
It should be fine.
Great.
Okay, and then Peakwood will lead you all out of the palace. Once you get outside and out of earshot, she'll say, some of that conversational, I don't know what word I'm looking for. I've been in Peakwood's head too long. It's difficult, isn't it?
It's definitely strange looking at you like this.
Yes, I'm afraid some of that scatterbrained personality seems to have worn off on me.
I thought it was just good acting.
It's my attempt at acting, but I'm afraid in order to have any success with it, I have to go rather method. Hopefully I can sort of steer her a little closer to someone with a bit more sense.
Like who?
Well, don't want to toot my own horn here, but there was something I wanted to discuss with you, Hajite.
Mm-hmm.
The matter that we spoke about earlier.
Yes.
She'll take your hand with one hand, sort of discreetly, and then with her other hand, she'll press something into your hand. It's two little vials.
Well, thank you.
This is a large gesture for me, Hajite. I don't expect you to be grateful for it, but I just want you to be aware that it's been difficult.
What's been difficult about it?
Well, what I took from you gave me something, but I had to give up much more to give it back.
I trust you. So thank you. I do appreciate everything you've done for us as well.
I wish you the best of luck on your trip. I'm not happy to see you leaving again.
I'll be back, of course. I have full faith in it.
I'll write to you.
Sure. I can send you a message via your brain.
It's always delightful.
I've been told it's rather startling, actually.
Who's told you this?
Abby.
Ravi has a sort of simple appeal, doesn't he?
Right there.
I'm aware, Kriv, thank you. It's a compliment.
It's appeal, Ravi. Oh, well. Yes. I'm sure everything was a lot more difficult than I could possibly understand, but I do appreciate it. and I appreciate you talking to me.
You will understand someday, Hajite. Of that, I have no doubt.
I do hope I understand better. It seems I have a bit of holes in my stories that I'm hearing, but I'm sure we'll get it.
In due time.
Well, I suppose we best be getting ready to leave.
All right, if you need anything else, you know where I'll be.
I don't know where to find you.
And she'll squeeze your hand one last time and then sort of start to walk. Just kind of part from because she's still peak rid right now.
Yeah, I didn't want to be weird.
Not supposed to be walking down the streets of the upper district holding hands.
She's so little, it would be weird.
All right. Anything else that we need to get done before it's time to head over to Mochipa?
I would probably make one more stop in the Temple of Tangreal before we head out.
Anybody going with Ravi?
You can't. I feel like I need to. I
I'm
gotta
done.
meet his girlfriend. He mentioned Tangreal, right? So I gotta.
Now, here's another question. Ravi, are you accepting company when you head to the temple?
Can we come, please? Please?
I'm not going. I'm done third week.
Yeah. It's fine. So long as you go ahead and head out when I mentioned that you should head out.
Okay.
Fair?
Are you sure you don't want to come? You could be a spider on his back while he makes out with his girlfriend.
I don't think this is going to be that kind of visit. No.
I'd rather not. No, we don't need to. I'm done with this. I'm gonna
And wait,
go.
hang on a second. You were a spider on the back when.
What? What?
We'll have time for that later. There's too much right now. I'm gonna get health potions so we don't keep dying.
Thanks.
I'll see you at some point before we get on a boat.
You need some cash? Hey, wait, you owe me $60.
Yeah,
Oh,
you owe me bones.
Can you also
Oh,
get
yeah,
lemons?
Lemons?
Yeah, I was told we need lemons.
Oh,
Lemons. Do you know anything that's sticky and smells bad that bugs don't like? Because I don't know what that is, but we need it.
most slippery liquid, it's kind of like that.
Tar?
It's not sticky, it's slippery. I lied. Never mind.
Maybe we'll just find it over there. I'll ask our cool alchemist friend anyway.
Wait, Crib, hold on. Here, take bones. Bones for you. And you know what they are. I know you're so interested in keeping them.
Yeah, and I know I had to split them with you. Even though I asked you 3 times for bones.
I did my best, okay? You're lucky I remembered that time. Okay, are you ready? Do you need someone to pose as your girlfriend? Are you trying to make her jealous or what?
No, this was more of like a, hey, don't let the city burn down while I'm gone kind of a meeting.
Oh, it might be kind of nice to ask, why your temple was empty, and that could have probably paid off your debt. I'm just saying,
I was planning on bringing up what they did with all this stuff, because their temple's not that big.
All
right. So Ravi and Hajite head towards the Temple of Tenegrael. Remember that you have to go into sort of a cleansing chamber to remove the light. So you have to step in through a set of doors, close them behind you to leave the place in complete darkness, and then open the next set into the interior of the temple.
Oh, you don't have dark vision, do you?
I do, but it doesn't help.
All right.
So dark. I don't like this.
Just curious. Just because it's a bit of a it's a bit jarring the first time you come in here.
I'm just gonna hold on to like his cape
Sure.
like a child.
Azute and Ravi, you'll hear a voice in the darkness. Will call out to you and say, "Our newest follower has returned. And is this a new convert you've brought?"
No, she just wanted to know what all the fuss was about, and the fact that I keep coming into here, she was a bit curious as to what was all the fuss. And I said I don't know because I couldn't see anything.
You hear a voice very close to you, Azute, on one side of your head that like talks into your ear and says, "Beautiful, isn't it?"
Ooh. It's a little disturbing actually. I can normally see in the dark. I don't like not being able to see all that much.
I'd say you get used to it, but you really, really don't. I mean, Kiara says that you get used to it. I have not gotten used to it.
Can you
Sight
all see?
is a weakness.
You all can't see?
There's no need.
They're pretty skilled. I'll give them that. They moved very well in the dark while storming my uncle's home. No, coming to inform you that uh, we will be heading out soon and hopefully returning with our first bargain and the payment thereof.
I see. Well, we've already been paid, Ravi.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I was asking you about that too. This place ain't that big. Where did you hide all the stuff? I don't care. I don't want it, but I'm just curious.
It's not here.
So you actually do leave the temple outside of that one night?
There's more darkness than you might think.
I'm going to look around and recognize I can't see. They just be frustrated, like, God damn it! What if they got tunnels or something? Do you like have tunnels or something out of this place?
Devote yourself to the dark goddess, and you'll learn things you'd never imagined.
I actually meant to ask you about that. Uh, According to your text, where is Tengriel? Like, where is she now?
Tnegriel is born, raised, and lives in the dark.
But she can't just be darkness, right? Like, you gotta understand that much.
She's not some weak-willed human like your Freyr. Must be somewhere.
Do you not find it strange, then, that my weak human Freyr and your super powered Tenegriel have the same amount of power?
Freyor's power is in the light. He shares it with others. Tenegriel's power is in the dark and absolute.
She doesn't share it with others.
Not in this place, girl.
You know that there are a lot of other places, right? And part of the reason why I came here, a big part of the reason why I came here, is do you have an escape plan should the internum attack? Like, I know you guys don't get out much, but maybe go out during dusk or however it is that you see, find a way out of here. Like, I can't promise by the time we get here with stuff to save the city's going to be standing.
He's worried about us. So sweet.
He sure is.
Yes, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you and Father Gregor and everyone in the city.
Yeah,
Like,
but specifically you.
There's no need to be concerned for us. You'll hear another voice behind you, Ajite, that'll say, "We have plans."
That's good.
I'm trying to make you prepared. I know when I first came here, you didn't really believe me about the seriousness of the threat, and you need to. Like, I understand that you deal in secrets and misinformation and lies, but that's not me. You know that. Please, just you say you have plans. I believe you have plans, but make sure you follow them if you need to. Don't defend this place just because it's here and it's your sanctum of darkness. The darkness is outside every night. Like, this is a building.
She'll say, "Thank you, Ravi."
I will put a hand on Hazute's shoulder. Uh, there's one more thing I gotta tell her. If you would give us a minute, please.
Yeah.
We can guide you out.
Oh, thanks.
You'll get a lot of hands that will clutch you in different places.
I don't like this. Are you guys all attached to each other?
No, they're not. I found that out the other day. I thought so too at first.
Okay.
They guide you to the door,
Don't
Hajite,
die.
and they move. You even feel several hands like pick up each of your fingers on one hand and place it on the door handle. And then they drift away from you.
Bye. Have a good one. Gonna awkwardly stand outside. That was creepy.
So, she is close with this person, Alira, which is the reason why I had her leave. And as scary as I think the Internum are, Alira, who is posing as Peakrid, is a much bigger threat. Like, she has kinds of power that if me and you and Father Gregor and every person in your chamber decided to team up against her, we would all lose.
I suppose we shouldn't team up against her then.
I agree, but I don't know what her plans are for the Temple District, so you need to be careful.
We'll watch, Ravi. We have our plans, and we won't have them disturbed.
I think your plan should be survive and try to hurt as few people as possible.
Yeah, she'll press her lips up to your ear and say, "Certainly."
When she does that, I'm gonna try to see if I can like actually grab her on the shoulder.
Sure.
I'm going to spin her around and like put my hand on the other shoulder and be like, try to grip her by the shoulders. Be like, look, I understand that this is your deal. I get it. I need you to promise me that for once you'll try to help out these people, please.
Dozens of hands grip your shoulders, and they force your arms down to release Kiara. And she'll say, "We'll do as we please, Ravi."
There's no mistaking, Kiara, that I see better in you than you probably do. If your plans get Father Gregor and these people hurt, we will have very different conversations.
Well, Ravi, I always do enjoy conversing with you.
Good luck. And I'll walk out the door.
All right. Criv, did you wait outside that whole time for them to come out, or did you bail?
I'm gonna just go get health potions. I'm not dealing with this.
All right, sweet. That doesn't have to be a huge, drawn-out affair. How many health potions do you want?
Could you refresh me really quick about how much they were costing?
They would cost you 25 gold pieces each.
Okay. I'm going to work off the assumption that I either have enough on hand or got more in the various times we've been back at the temple, because I've not been
Absolutely.
thinking about that.
Don't forget to pick up the lightning potion as well, please. The lightning resistance potion.
Yeah, same place.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, you need that now more than ever.
Oh God, yes.
I know someone picked up a few before, but I don't remember who, and I'm gonna potentially highball this and say 5 because I'm rich.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
5's fine.
I'm rich. I did have one that Arvastan used on me.
Yeah, but
Yep.
I thought someone bought some.
I think that was the one that Hashite bought that day.
Was it just that?
I think so. Yeah, we didn't we mainly spent more money on the gear than actual potions.
Yeah, and when you were talking to Baelith, the alchemist, he was doing more identifying of some of the other potions and oils that you found in Tarsaria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only had the one. Otherwise, we had old ones, but they were all used.
Yeah, okay. I'll equal it to 6 then, because it's probably a little easier for me to actually remember that only one was bought.
There you go.
That should be, hopefully, overkill. Whoopsie.
Maybe.
No,
Overkill.
Like, well, now that you have them, I'm gonna write that down.
don't do
2d4
this.
plus 2.
I don't
Don't do
like
this
your
to me,
able
make me
laugh,
rich.
Dave.
I'm just gonna keep buying health potions.
That is not the evil laugh, Jason. You'll know when you hear the evil laugh.
Okay,
Yeah, you didn't even.
I don't want to hear the eviler laugh.
Okay, so after speaking with Sequus, talking to Ziella to find someone who's been to Mochipa, which turns out was Splits, who left when he was a child, getting the barding onto Shell, the giant bird, Ravi and Father Gregor being summoned to court to answer for the crimes of his uncle, convincing the Council of Kyrenia that Ravi should not be responsible for those debts, and them responding that they would like proof of the validity of his religion within a year. And then talking to Kiara, warning her about the impending doom from many sides coming to the city, and buying potions. You all should be ready to finally get on your ship and make the trip to Mochipa. I would like you all to head to the docks.
I will head to the docks.
Ziella will meet you there.
Does this mean that I have all my hit points back?
I'd also ask if Ravi and Hajite drank those vials from Illyra.
Assuming I told you about it, it's been a minute.
Yeah, assuming that during our trip down, she was like, "Hey, Alira gave this to us to cure us of our poison." I would probably drink it.
I would
Okay.
drink it too. I would drink it before him. So.
Ravi, and Hajite and Arvastan. You all get back up to your max hit points.
Woo!
Ravi goes up to 47. Hajite goes up to 49.
Oh shit!
And Arvastan goes up to 52.
Nice.
Yes! Finally, I'm healthy!
He can walk again!
Whoa,
Woo!
Did some of the wood heal? Like, is his skin gonna slowly start sliding over the wood?
Nope.
You see,
Oh,
you,
good.
you you will never notice that because I'm all covered up.
Yes, Jason very purposely decided that Arvastan is somewhat ashamed of his wooden features, and so he's attempting to cover them as often as possible.
Yeah, everybody looking at me weird and asking what happened to me got tired of it, so I decided to cover it all.
That's fair, Arvastan. I'm afraid of the ocean, and we're about to take a long journey on it, so.
No, you'll be fine. I got you. If you fall down in the water in the ocean, I can save you. Don't worry. I
I
can
hope
still
so.
swim.
I cannot save you, probably.
I
Robbie,
can't
you are
swim.
going to be more difficult to save
Oh,
because
you're
you're
right.
gonna be
That
heavy as
armor.
hell.
Don't fall in, or your armor is toast.
Yeah,
I,
that
I
shit
mean,
will
Get off.
oxidize, bro.
I'm kind of lucky. I got some magic that'll help, but no,
Oh,
I'm hoping to
nice.
not go overboard.
Um, I can try and figure out how to make you breathe down while we figure out a way to pick you up.
I breathing, I think, for like a day.
Oh, there you go. That would be nice if you use it on people that
Con-
can't breathe underwater.
just constantly the whole time we're on a boat.
The what? Sorry.
Just constantly the whole time we're on a boat.
Yeah, if it's for
Yeah,
24 hours, just do it on everyone every day.
Oh, Luna's coming with you.
Yes.
Shell coming with you on the boat.
Yes.
Ghost.
Yeah.
And Ghost.
Okay. So none of them can breathe underwater either.
I mean, if you cast a spell on them,
Hell can't
maybe.
fly.
Up to 10 willing creatures that I can see.
So that's quite a few.
So that's not bad.
You meet Ziella at the docks. She says, "Guys, I got to apologize. We really couldn't spring for anything better. A lot of our funds are going towards the war effort. This was the best that we could do on short notice."
It's not like a rinky-dinky little.
Well, take a look. You see that out there? I should take you make a perception check.
I might not. I might not see what's out there. Oh, hey, 20.
You see like a speck, maybe, that she's pointing at. She says, "Oh yeah, sorry. Here, use this. Just pull out a telescope and hand it to you, and sort of guide you over. It's like a little schooner boat, and it's out past the harbor.
What? That's what we're riding in. That?
Yeah. The captain won't come in the harbor. She's a little eccentric, so you're gonna have to row your way out there."
Ziella, we're gonna die.
She's made the trip from Karenia to Mochipa dozens of times. She knows those waters like the back of her hand. I've never met her personally because I don't get in the boat, but I hear she's the best of the
Doc,
best.
you don't get in a boat?
Docks aren't boats, hun.
I am so happy I can breathe underwater.
You should be fine. You keep it a low profile this way.
Yep. Real low.
So we've already transferred most of your supplies. So just need you guys to head on over. Um, we've got letters already on the ship for you to hand to Mochipan government. Once you get there, you should make contact when you make landfall, and you can take it from there. You're already experienced.
Yep.
So you guys know how to use a rowboat, right? One of you?
Yeah, I've used it a couple times. Not in any major, like, situations, but I've gone fishing before in one.
Well, you can see the ship from here. Just go to that.
I can do that.
Okay. Best of luck, guys.
We got a bird, a horse, and a wolf that needs to get on this paddle boat.
Do we have a few boats?
I don't know how many can attach to the ship. I'll have to send somebody with you to take one so that they can row it back.
Okay.
So we could put the four of you in one rowboat, and the harbor master that Robbie talked to the other day can row all of your animals in another boat.
Ooh, okay. Maybe not that. Maybe not that one. I'll ride with her.
Okay, Hajite and Luna switch.
Okay.
Yes.
That bastard's gonna get kicked off the boat.
Make sure it's not you being the one kicked out of the boat.
Yeah, I can't swim, but I hope he can.
And you'll row your way out. Let's just have an athletics check from Ravi. Just see how well you do on your rowing.
$13.
Oh,
All right, he's exhausted by the time he gets there. Very tired because it's a long way. He's got to get out of the harbor to get to the ship. And you'll see that Hajite and the animals have already reached the boat. The harbor master turns around and starts rowing back.
like it's nothing.
They'll tie up the boat that you're in, Robbie, onto the schooner. You and Kriv could probably take care of that. And your captain will step out from the little captain's cabin. She walks up to all of you. She is a tanned halfling. Her hair is bleached by the sun. She's got salt under her fingernails. And she's got stripy pants and a loose, sort of yellowed shirt that's tied off with a frayed belt. And she'll look up at all of you and she'll say, "So, who's in charge?"
I am.
"Okay. First lesson for my ship. I'm in charge. All right?
Okay.
You're number 2. That's going to make you first mate."
Nice, guys.
That means she's gonna put you to work.
There's no other crew on this ship. I don't need anybody else. I run the whole thing from my cabin. She'll point over towards the front of her little boat. She's got this little cabin. The windows are kind of boarded over, and there are little holes drilled over in all these different walls in the cabin with ropes coming out of them. And they're attached to the sail. She's got ropes attached that go all the way back on pulleys and stuff to the rudder. And just everything that you could think that you'd need to be working with has a rope that goes into that cabin.
It's an automatic.
Don't sell me short, sister. I do everything myself. Nothing happens automatically.
No, I believe you. That is amazing. Are you extremely ingenuitive?
You could say that, sure.
Did you need assistance?
Not on your life.
Good, because I'm very bad.
I'm the best sailor that's ever seen these waters. And from the looks of you, none of you's ever seen a boat before.
Or water, really.
Don't mess with my ship. Let me handle it.
Perfect. Exactly what I wanted.
So it's Mochipa we're heading to?
Yeah.
All right. The journey should take about 5 weeks.
That's a long time.
It's a while. Get comfortable.
Alright.
She'll head over to the captain's cabin. She opens the door. It's sized for her also, so it's about half as tall as the rest of you. She opens it, and then it's like dark in there. She slams it shut behind her real quick. And then a bunch of those ropes start moving, shifting in their places. You see the sail will unfurl. The anchor will get pulled up. And the ship will start moving.
Okay.
That's where we're calling it for this week. You can all advance to level 7.
Level 7! Apparently I stopped counting at 5.
Me too. I thought everybody else did 6, and I stayed at 5 because I was dead.
Everybody
level
went to
7.
6. Now we're going to 7.
Oh,
Milestones. Be thankful.
nice.
We are taking off.
Now I gotta remember how to do this.
I hope you guys remember how to fight underwater.
Absolutely.
I do.
No.
It's okay, I also have water walking.
Yeah, so do I. Like that's what I'm
Nice.
counting on.
We can fight on water for
That'll
1
help.
hour.
Ashute flies into the ocean and everyone casts walk on water and she just skids across it like ice.
That's
This
pretty
isn't gonna
good.
go well. This is the worst setting ever.
This is going to go great. We're going to have 5 weeks of an ocean voyage.
What's a Ranger Conclave feature?
I will tell you in a minute. Are
Okay.
we all good to play next week? 26th.
Sure am.
Okay. Well then, we will be back on the ocean in a week. We did a whole week this episode.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay. Until then, thank you for playing. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Bye bye.